of 1976. We're live at the shop. We're on duty. It's a beautiful Saturday here in SoCal. Yeah, I thought I'd tap in with y'all. Let's get this stream started. And we're dropping our silent intro here, giving everyone a moment to hopefully get notified of the stream. And we're now also streaming on Pilled, folks. Yeah, pilled.net. We're able to stream there now. What's up, Jonocide? I see you, brother. Tapping into the chat and setting up the monitor here. I see Brian. What up, bro? How's Venice looking today? It's a beautiful day out here on the east side of LA. Juliana McGill got the special notification. Yeah. Dagger Spells, how you doing? Cheers to you. I seen you on the last time you were in the chat. I didn't get to greet you, but I did see you. So yeah, good to see you again. And hopefully you're getting a nice Saturday out your way. It's a good one here so far. I thought I'd go live. And here we go. Countdown. Heads up warning, you're gonna see my mug. Boom. Venice is looking beautiful today. I bet. I wish I could be near the beach, man. But it's all good. I'm not too far. And you know, speaking of Los Angeles, I actually sent it to Juliana. I sent out notifications to the family. What's up, Gustavo? Welcome on in. We're gonna hang out for a bit. And I know we don't hang out, we work, right? So we're working. And Juliana's always grinding, farm thugging. And I know a lot of you stay steady grinding, but also shout out to our retirees out there. You know, they got it going on also. And yeah. All right, switching up things here right quick. Yeah, I sent her a message about some of the wildlife activity, man. It's been off the hook all across California. We got a mountain lion report. Yeah, we're going to get right into it. Let's check this out. Here out of Pasadena, California. And, you know, I bring up Pasadena a whole lot. If I'm not talking about Humboldt County, I'm talking about Pasadena, most likely. And I did share this in the posts. So check this out. This is ABC7. There goes Highway Patrol. Shout out to the Chips. Yeah, we missed the speed chase last night. Motorcycle. I didn't even watch it. Maybe we could check it out towards the end of this stream. We'll maybe take a poll there. Elder Medicine Bear Claw. The eagle landed. The eagle landed. And a big thank you. Yeah, I received the gift. From Elder Medicine Bear Claw. And maybe we'll go through it here in a bit. And oh my goodness. She keeps blessing us. Support family and keep strong. Yes. Yeah, we're going to keep it going. And we do have customers pulling up here. So 1 second, we're going to go to default here. Y'all hang tight. What's up, man? Give me 1 second. I'll be right with you. And y'all give me a second, and I'll be right back with y'all. Hang tight. We got a live view of Yosemite here. Don't go 411 on us. All right. Did everyone leave? Any strange sightings? Anything weird happen in Yosemite? Yeah, it was taking care of our first customers of the day. Yes. What time is it? Almost 1 o'clock. So yeah, it gives you an idea. I've been here since 10:30, and it's all good. You know, things. I'm sure things. It's Saturday, right before Mother's Day. So, man, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, grandmothers, great grandmothers. Oh yeah, I see. We got Kitty Cattywack up in here. Roger Blair, Prince Arcane. Salute to you, Val SWPA. Cheers. Hope you all enjoy your weekend. There's Jessica Jones. She's like, what's going on? We're just hanging out on a Yosemite live stream. I was taking care of some customers. And yeah, let's pop out of here. That's my default go live stream at Yosemite will be the default when I have customers here today. Usually we've been pulling up the eagle cam at Big Bear. We got to check on the eaglets at some point. They've been growing really fast. And talking about wildlife, we had pulled up let's see. All right, we got another customer here. Hang on. Give me a second, bro. Give me 1 second. All right, things are picking up here. Back to the Yosemite cam. Keep an eye out for Yosemite Sam. This will be quick. We're gonna. Are you activated, camera? Nope. All right, you're not following me? Good. I'll be right back. Yeah, all right. See, told you that was going to be quick. Business started to pick up here at the shop. And in case you're wondering, yeah, sky's the limit. Smoke shop, 3925 East Olympic Boulevard. We are open today, but a heads up, we will be closed. I don't know if we're going to put in a few hours tomorrow. I got to talk to Bro, but I think we're going to be closed. So a heads up for folks out there. Anyone planning to come by or anything, you might want to tap in with your boy, shoot me a text or something, make sure I'm here. But other than that, I think we're going to be chilling. We have a lot of mothers in our family here. So shout out to them, and hopefully we get to see all of them tomorrow. Yeah, a lot of women in my family, a lot of mothers, and shout out grandma. Yeah. So we did want to show some of the wildlife activity. Yeah, I just got notified earlier of a mountain lion sighting. Meow. Yeah. Right here in Pasadena, California. I shared it over in the posts. Check it out, folks. You know, I'm always talking about Pasadena. Here I go again. Pasadena, California. I know there's some other Pasadenas out there. And this was today, ABC 7. And there's the kitty looking at you with one eye there. Uh-oh. And according to Julie, you know, Juliana was sent this to her. We are chatting. And she was mentioning a sighting of a young one off of 299 up north, up in Northern Cali, and was giving me some other details. So a mountain lion startled the Pasadena homeowner after appearing just outside her back door. Man, The back door. That's a little close there. In what officials describe as an unusual sighting for the area. But we've talked about a Bigfoot report at the foothills. So Pasadena pushes up on the foothills of the Angeles National Forest, the San Gabriel Mountains, which we talk about a whole lot, and we have been lately with the missing scientists, NASA being in that area, JPL, and all that, and the different wildlife. Shout out to Mr. Martinez from Parliament of Owls. If you like wildlife, definitely check out this channel. We've shouted him out a whole lot, and he captures amazing wildlife just from these mountains back here. Mountain lions on the regular, bobcats, bears. The bears even have names. They're so regularly captured on his cameras. And yeah, he does have a YouTube channel. He's on Instagram as well. I'm not probably on other platforms. He's been on the local news here, so I'm sure he's very aware of this sighting. And also, there's been another. Oh yeah, here we go. Episode 98. We hit it today. Almost at 100, folks. Yeah, episode 98. Bigfoot arguing with fish and game officials. Yeah, I'm not sure about what, but yeah, there's a couple funny comments there. Check it out. And yeah, here we go. Bear cub spotted roaming around. Yeah, you know, Fresno area. We've been watching the bears. So where'd it go? There's another one here with a coyote. Where'd the coyote one go? Thought I shared it. Maybe I didn't. Shout out to Todd Samples again. Here it is for coming through the other day and doing a live with us. What's up, Digger Dog? I see Digger Dog, and we got Garrel up in the chat from Midwest Night Watchers. What is going on, gentlemen? Good to have you here. We're just hanging out at the shop. Going to get into a few things, tapping in on some local wildlife news at the moment. We did some unboxings yesterday. We got, some new gadgets. So maybe we'll share some of that here now. What else? I got a few things lined up. Shout out to all the members, new members out there as well. Yes, sir. And so, yeah, this report, who remembers? I think we reported on this, the coyote that had swam to Alcatraz. And I guess he's gone now. So they were tracking him while he was on the island, following his scat. And they say they don't see him there anymore. So they have a feeling he might have swam back, but they think he might have came from actually another island nearby. And it's an interesting report there. So check that out. And then we also reported on the mountain lion running around San Francisco. Yep. Whole lot of wildlife stuff happening here in California lately. Other places as well. We've been watching that. It's like the wildlife is taking their territory back in certain places. My mom mentioned that earlier when I sent her the post from the mountain lion out of Pasadena. And look, yeah, large bear spotted, and yeah, we shared that one. Also, shout out to Tristan Yolton again. Thank you for coming on the show the other day as well. That was another good one. And yeah, anyone missed that, check those out. Big shout out to Bill finding the trackway. Also, Garrel from Midwest Night Watchers also has been on actually a couple times. Tate Hieronymus as well. Thank you guys. And we'll see who's coming up next. Yeah, hopefully it'll be another good. It's been pretty good lineup so far of interviews, and I'm super grateful and appreciative and thankful. And we're gonna keep working on that. So we'll see who, I got a few people I've been chatting with, and we'll maybe set it in stone like we did with the past guests, and we'll eventually make an announcement on that. So yeah, so that's what else we got on the wildlife tip. I think that's about it. Shout out to Chad Caruso on YouTube. This dude's, I mean, I don't know anything about him. I just know that I've been getting his YouTube live streams now, and this dude's skating across America. Yeah, you know, we're in a skate shop here, so uh yeah, to skate across the country is pretty wild. And yeah, I don't know. I've been watching here and there, and he's got quite a bit of followers tracking him also. So yeah, we'll be watching that. Skating across the states. Man, he must have a sponsor. Must have a sponsor. Um, what else we got going on? Yeah, so I mentioned the gifts. So Elder Medicine Bear Claw, there's actually I don't tell them, but I had actually gifted Jane and Garrel something, and I had to talk to Elder Medicine Bear Claw first, and so we worked something out, and then I all of a sudden received the package. I was like, oh, did she send me their package? I was like, darn, because it's gonna be a while before I get to the, when I get to, takes me a minute sometimes to get to the post office. So even though it's close by and this one is not all that big, we have a great post office here, folks. It's in the hood, but yeah, it's a good one. But yeah, even there, even from home, it wasn't bad. I sent some waffles off the other day, and that worked out. Wasn't too busy, but I know that particular post office near the house gets pretty busy sometimes. But yeah. So I received the package and I was like, what is this? And then actually before that, Elder Medicine Bear Claw was mentioning, she was like, hey, did you receive anything yet? And I was like, no, I haven't. But I was expecting maybe Midwest Night Watchers in them. But anyway, we're gonna take a peek. I had to take a little peek. I had to actually, it was well sealed. But we're gonna take a little peek here inside the bag and see what we got going on in there. Welsh Hammer, what's going on, bro? You still keeping your eye on the sky farts up your way? We have been. I know. Where's Blazer at? But Blazer has been. They've been spraying the heck out of Montana, man. It is crazy. And out here, even though I say it's a nice day, I can still see like the air quality is not good. But hey, the sun is shining, and we'll take that. But yeah, the sky farts. Yeah, you know what those airplanes that spray stuff. Um, we keep an eye on that, and yeah, I guess Blazer's been getting fumigated out there. That sucks. But yeah, Welsh Hammer does videos on that. I haven't seen any posts lately, man. And forgive me for, let's see, we got a customer here. Give me 1 second. All right. We opening gifts. We back. Where'd it go? Here we are. Oh, all right. Look, we got a letter here. I don't know. It says you may share if like. All right. And thank you again, Elder Medicine Bear Claw. This is a surprise for sure. Because I was receiving packages yesterday. There was a lot of unboxing going on here at the shop. We got a new register. Yeah. We haven't set it up yet. It's in about halfway set up. And oh yeah, no, but I think maybe we should not read this. I think I might want to keep this private. Yeah, it looks like some nice words there. So I'm gonna, and maybe I'll read it first, and then I'll see how I feel after that, and then I'll share it after. Maybe on another stream. But oh yeah, we got some good smelling sticks here. I'm not sure what scent. Maybe sage. It is green. But I love incense. I burn a lot of incense here at the shop. Also at home. So I'll save those for home. See, I feel some more stuff in here. Just doesn't want to come out yet. Like, I'm trying to be careful. Here we go. And let me just make sure the chat. What up, Hillbilly Herb? We're doing some more unboxings today. It's not really a box, but you get it. And I'll peek down here first in case it's something we shouldn't show. This looks really cool. Can't tell what it is yet. I don't even know if I know what it is. Oh, wow. So I don't know if I should show this. Yeah, maybe not. Just in case. But it's some it's some really nice things. And I'll describe it. It's a shell, and there's a feather. There's a bundle of sage. And then there's 3 pieces of wood. Maybe the pieces of wood I could show. Maybe someone could tell me what this may be. I don't want to undo it. Seems like some pieces of wood intertwined. And yeah, super cool. Yeah, maybe it is okay to show the rest of it. Let's see. Yeah, I'm I'm a little sketchy about showing things. You know how the internet could be sometimes. So there's the plumage. Nice little bundle of sage. And we carry sage bundles here at the shop as well. And abalone shell. I'm a big fan of abalone. We've found shells up north before. And I'm fascinated by abalone divers. So big thank you. And let's check the bag again. There might be more stuff in here. I feel something here. Oh, wow. Look at that. We got a slap. Super cool. Got the bear claw bear. What's the bear going after? Probably a salmon or something, right? And we got two more bundles. It's almost, look at that. This bag keeps giving and giving. So this is a bundle, and I'm not sure what this herb is here. Oh, it's lavender. Looks like lavender. Yes, it is lavender. I love lavender. And I lived up north, a buddy of mine on his property, where I lived when I first moved up north. His land was amazing. But yeah, he had several rows of lavender. And we would take care of the lavender. And one time, the ladies had made blueberry, because they had blueberry bushes also. So they had harvested a bunch of blueberries and made a blueberry lavender pie. It was the best pie ever. You ever get a chance to make that, especially if it's all from the land there, that's probably why it tasted so good. And here we have, I believe, it looks like almost like eucalyptus. I could be wrong. What's up, Pyromedic? Thank you again, Elder Medicine Bear Claw. And I see you in the chat there. Wow, I was being very careful. Sorry, it took me a little bit, but I was just being very careful. What's up, brother? Give me 1 second. How's your day going, bro? Right on, man. Yeah, we got somebody here using the ATM. All right, so let me just put some of this stuff away here. And then Blazer came through with some slaps as well. He sent over some more stickers, so we'll check those out. If I could find them. Yeah, I don't know where I put Blazer's. It's all right, Blazer. We'll pull them up here in a bit. Yeah, what else we got going on today? To Blazer. Also, a big shout out to SoCal Squatcher for coming through, and he dropped off some stickers of his, I guess, his company, and we didn't get one of his logo, but he blessed us with a poster as well, so that was cool. Have a good one, brother. Take care. All right, what's next? What is next? So, yeah, we gave a shout out to members. So, since we're opening gifts, yesterday we were doing quite a bit of unboxing. Also, I did a live stream for members. And actually, because our internet was down here at the shop most of the day. And so I was just like, you know what? I'll go live from the phone. It was oddly quiet in here because even the TV is hooked up to the internet. The cash register is hooked up yeah. So there was a couple of transactions where they'll have to get us on the rebound. Luckily, we have trusted customers. And but internet is back and we're live, so thank goodness. And yeah, I forget what the heck I was gonna do next, but we do have some new Bigfoot reports added online, so we'll get into that. What else we got? Let me see. Yeah, the latest news, right? We've been keeping an eye out on worldly news and everything. So yeah, the president has dropped some files, right? Anyone been keeping up with that stuff? I know a lot of channels out there have been covering it. Christina Gomez has been doing a great job of covering that. I've checked out some other new channels that were actually sent to me touching on some of the latest uh, information pertaining to that whole world there. And yeah, a lot of people just kind of questioning. I seen, yeah, people doing lives. I seen Lou on News Nation. There was a premiere there. And a lot of people talking about this, of course, big news, right? So yeah, and then some of the stuff. So there's a, I guess, what is it, like a flash drive or something, some sort of drive that they let out, and it's got stuff on it, videos, pictures, and yeah. What are your thoughts on this? We want to hear your thoughts on some of the latest information being let out pertaining to UFOs, UAPs, alien beings, and more. Let's see. I'm reading Elder Medicine Bear Claw saying holds the shell. White Sage, yes. I make them. Cool. So yeah, tap in with Elder Medicine Bear Claw if you'd like to receive one of those gifts. And yeah, so I've been checking this out. So there's the new website, right? What is it? What's it called? I don't know, but we're gonna pull it up. Where are you? Is this it? Yeah, this is it. So this is U.S. Department of War, is it? Yeah, it's a new website, right? It's a government website here. And if you go to it, see up here, U.S. Department of War. And so they have different sections here. Got your news, multimedia, spotlights, the about section, resources, UFO. Is there anything on there? Yeah, so on the UFO section, it spits you to this page here. And yeah, we could blow that up. So I guess these are some of the videos and pictures. It says infrared still image, black hot, captured of unidentified object over Western United States in December of 2025. So some thermal footage or infrared. Yeah, I would imagine therm. But infrared. And you can see I see a little dot here. We're going to skip through some of these. It looks like the same subject, possibly. I don't see the title change. Here you can see a chopper and I believe the object down here. Now, this particular picture reminds me almost of the Dragon UFOs. Yeah, the Dragon UFOs we bring up. We call them fast movers also. We've talked about them a whole lot. We've documented them a whole lot. But I don't know. It's just hard to tell because it's just a little dot. And that's how they appear on the screens of our cameras, pretty much. Sometimes you'll get some more out of them, but a lot of times you'll just notice little dots like this, and especially very near other flying objects like this helicopter. But people have been questioning some of this footage that has been released also. There's one in particular where I seen a really good breakdown of this guy who's very knowledgeable and has, I believe, credentials as well. And he was just introduced to me, so I can't remember his name. But yeah, he was talking about some of this recent footage. See, like, what's this one here? This one looks a little odd. Is this one even real? Let's see, actual size photo with FBI lab rendered. Okay, so rendered graphic overlay depicting corroborating eyewitness reports from September 2023 of an apparent ellipsoid bronze metallic object materializing out of a bright light in the sky. 130 to 195 feet in length and disappearing instantaneously. Where are we here on the moon? Let's see, this is archival imagery from the Apollo 17 mission to the moon. The yellow box contains an enlarged area of the original photo in which three lights are visible above the lunar terrain. And that's if you believe you that we went to the moon or that they went to the moon. Look, I got a couple notifications on Pilled. Yeah, we're live on Pilled now, folks. Heads up. Yeah, pilled.net. I had the option of going live now. I was wondering for a long time, ever since I joined Pilled. I usually repost these live streams and stuff and other posts there. And I would see other people go live. And I was like, how are they doing that? Just like, how do I post my videos and stuff after to like Twitch and Kick and all that? Because there's nothing on my page there. All I know is that we're live on those platforms, and who knows if you could even see me. I did get feedback from one person on Twitch. He's like, "Yeah, I'd seen you live on Twitch," and then and he tried pulling up the stream because I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know where it's going or what, So I need to do a little homework on that and how to like repost if I have to, whatever little shorts or videos to those platforms to let people know we got something going on there." Anyway, I don't know what that one is. Some of these are really hard to tell. Yeah, real difficult. So let me jump in the chat here. What's up? Blue Line in the house. Salute to you. We're just checking out some of this UFO. So this would be considered part of disclosure then, right? So there's some stuff being disclosed. Now, is this stuff real or not? Who knows? I think we could zoom in. See a triangular object over here. Is that the object we're looking at? I don't know. See, U.S. military operator reported a UAP while operating within African airspace. What up, Milkman? How you doing? Pyromedic in the house. Jeff. What Jeff is he talking to? Is Jeff in the house? I didn't see Jeff. Welcome on in, Milkman. We're just scanning through some of these photos. I think we might be back. All right. Yes, we are back. And so yeah, check out this site, folks. It's a government site, right? If I'm not mistaken. And they do have an X, Facebook, Instagram. They have a YouTube. What's this one here? LinkedIn. So yeah, I would imagine with all this being released now, it's just gonna really open things up. You're probably gonna see more reports of these objects, I would imagine. We kind of went in on it. You got the Steven Spielberg movie, and I'm glad more people are mentioning that too, because the whole vibe, with everything happening, with the government and them releasing this stuff and withholding stuff, which a lot of people believe also, and then these movies, and then when you have a person like Spielberg who's done movies on the topic before, and then the timing of everything really makes you scratch your head and makes you want to go make some popcorn. Get the popcorn ready in the chat, folks, because the movie has started and it's been building up. There's been a lot of things happening in the past few years also, everything from touchdown Vegas to Peru and what is it, Miami, and so much more. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to be alive. Hopefully, you are too. Things are going to get wilder, folks. So definitely hang on. And yeah, we should maybe get into, let's see, some Bigfoot news. Let's switch gears to Bigfoot. Um, yeah, I'm sure a lot more people are also going to be coming out and speaking their truths and their experiences. And at the same time, there's going to be the opposite end of that, which if you want to call it, I'll call it the arena instead of the community. A lot more people that just maybe aren't telling the truth, and some with a purpose too. I'm sure there's agencies out there purposely infiltrating some of these arenas to stir things up, and then just crazy people as well. There's plenty of those out there, right? So yeah, I'm keeping my eyes peeled, ears peeled, watching my six. Yeah, because it's gonna get really, really weird. It is getting weird. Oh man. All right. So yeah, but there's some Bigfoot news here. We're gonna get into some newsreel I found. We'll just check this out, and this will kind of segue us into reading some reports. I seen the BFRO. Yes, I'll put my warning up before we read those reports. Have added several new reports, and then there's some stuff over on the Bigfoot mapping project that I wanted to share that I should have done a long time ago. And we'll just have a look and see what is going on in that world there. And over here, so this is Fox News channel. And right here we have ex-Army sergeant recalls creature sighting that changed life after new Bigfoot reports in Ohio. So let's see, how long is this? 3 minutes. Let's check this out.
That's the question many are asking in Ohio. Take a look as locals report hearing.
All right, so they're probably going to bring up, what happened there?
Eerie howls in the middle of the night while spotting enormous footprints. Todd Neese says he has seen Bigfoot, has been researching the creature for more than 30 years. Joins me now. Todd, I'm not going to lie, I'm a huge skeptic here, so convince me. Why do you think Ohio specifically and all the other states where we have Bigfoots have a Bigfoot?
Well, good morning, Todd. Ohio is actually, believe it or not, ranked number 4 of all the states in the United States.
Whoops, I was muted. Give me a second. I'm going to take care of this customer. Y'all check this out. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Uh-oh, we lost it. Give me 1 second. I'll be right with you. All right. So there with that. Take care. Yeah. So there with that report. I don't know what the heck happened. Here, let me see if I could pull that up again. Or maybe we'll just skip it. Yeah. Oh well. Oh well. Let's just get to it then. Boom, here we go. All right, Bigfoot mapping project. Telling you, we're live on duty at the shop, folks. This is how it goes down. Yeah, they've had one report added there, and we're just going to scan around really quick just to make sure. All right, we're going to get this little report off. And again, heads up. I did glance at this one. I don't know if it was very informative. But where are we? Hold on. Where are we? We're right on the border, let's see, of looks like Iowa and Illinois. Yeah, look, there's Peoria. Peoria's over here. So the Mississippi River, I see. Oh, and it's also the border, I guess. Huh? So Fort Madison popping up here. Yeah, maybe Bigfoot was going across the river, maybe going to town there or something. Let's see what this says. So this is 5/8/26, 9:30 a.m. A 6.5 footer male. And yes, it did vocalize, folks. So let's hit him with that. And it says, I was going over the bridge and Bigfoot was walking with a backpack. I think he's backpacking and is going to travel the world or join a gang in Chicago. The Bigfoot I saw was cinnamon brown. He was wearing rainbow clothes, looked like a hippie. Website, tiktok.com. So there you go. Bogus report. I'll label that one bogus. But you never know. You never know. You never know. Maybe the dude who's reporting was tripping. Maybe he was on something and was just seeing things. But look, right across from there, I see something else here. There is another lit report here. Could be another bogus one. Let's see what this says. 5/7/26, 12:10 p.m. 6'7" female. And yeah, this one vocalized as well. I think it's going to be the same, probably the same dude reporting this. It says I was walking and then I saw the Bigfoot. It was really cool and I would like to see him again. 5 out of 5 stars. Did you see any young Bigfoot? Yes, with parent. So yeah, I think this is another bogus one. And the color, they described it as a cinnamon toast crunch color. Yeah, it's got to be a stoner, right? Who still eats cinnamon toast crunch? It was one of my favorites. All right, so some couple of bogus reports. Heads up, folks, on the Bigfoot mapping project. But do not be discouraged. So check this out. I seen the other day on my mobile phone. I went onto the app, and usually on the app, it'll pull up this style of map. And I mean, not the app. I guess it's the website. So I don't know. There's two different things, right? So I wasn't subscribed to the website, and I know others were having trouble with the app. And so I was pretty confused. I'm still confused because now there's this option when you look up, I guess, the website. It's weird. Check out this style of map. So I guess this is like the app, I would imagine. Maybe someone could break it down for me. And I did let's see, did I? Yeah, I think I did make an account And maybe eventually, I don't know. I think the upgrade, so you can upgrade and check that out. See what the options are when you upgrade. You know, you get some more, some more data, I would imagine, and you get some options. And I think you can actually also make your own map using their map, if I'm not mistaken. So I thought that was pretty cool. I would really be interested in that. And I think you could do that with the Google Maps as well, right? I just don't know how. And it'd be cool to actually get an interactive map like this going. And what is up, Michael Burns? Good to see you, brother. Cheers to you. You've seen one dressed like that at a conference, pyromedic. He's talking about Bigfoot. Yep. And so, yeah, check this one out, folks. This is really interesting. So maybe we might start pulling this one up as well. I don't know if it's, I didn't notice that it was showing. Let's see. Let's go to Iowa. 'Cause I don't see those couple of bogus reports we just read. So I'm not sure if those like freshly added reports that we've been reading show up on this particular map. And it could be that the app is still under construction or maybe going through some changes, because we were notified of that by a very reliable source, and we thank them for that. But yeah, we noticed we were able to pull up the map and reports like we've been doing. So on that end, things have been working pretty good, because we have noticed some weird things, like some reports popping up in Mali, Africa for some reason, and they're not from there. Also certain reports doubling up and stuff like that. I mean, it's just minor things. I'm just glad we're able to pick up on it and still able to use the map. So anyway, just a heads up there. And let's see, that takes you to, and there's actually AI. Yeah, check that out. Oh, here we go. Fresh reports, last 40. So it does show fresh reports. So they're dotted with this red dot. I see. And there is a few. It looks like one there, one there. Check it out right quick. Okay, so this is additional data. I don't see the report. Okay, I came across the railroad tracks, and it ran across the street. It was at night. So this one's no footprints, height 5 foot, no offspring, male, no wood knocks, no vocal. Look, you get directions, you could share, open this page. And here's a coordinates, here's a date, distance to water, distance to road, road density, elevation, temperature, mean precipitation, ecoregion, land cover, moon phase. Wow. Whole lot more information there. And so, yeah, this is, and I believe you can make donations as well. So I'll be looking closer at this map here. And I just wanted to share that with you all. Maybe you all could help me. Maybe someone later will text me and be like, hey, break it. Let me break this down for you. And then over on YouTube, I completely forgot, but I had been subscribed to the Bigfoot Mapping Project channel. So they do have a YouTube channel, and there's a link on that map we were just looking at to their Instagram as well. And creator Scott Tompkins, I believe, right? I finally remembered the name now. It's stuck now. So you could have a peek through here. Look, 729 subscribers, 10 videos. And there it is. So I had been subscribed, but I guess I hadn't been actively checking things out, because it was Eric, shout out Eric over at the Bigfoot Museum in Willow Creek, that he was like, hey man, kept, check out the Bigfoot mapping project. He drilled it into me. So, and here we are now. So yeah, I'm gonna dive deeper, probably at some point, maybe do the upgrade and see what kind of information we could get there. But damn, $10, another $10 a month. Oof. And there was something else. Let's see. Was there one other thing pertaining to the mapping project? Let's see. Just want to make sure, because I remember there was like almost like an intro. Hey, are we back? Are we back? Whoa, that was scary. I hit leave. I was trying to pull something up. I was trying to refresh a page and it threw me out of the studio. I thought the stream ended, but check this out. I think I'm going to pop up back on the screen here. Thank goodness, Riverside. I was like, oh my goodness, we're going to have to, this is becoming a real fun one, folks. Y'all should try it sometime. Go live while you're working. It's not easy. All right, so let's just get to these other fresh reports. I think we got our point across, the Bigfoot mapping project there. There's more to it, and we're going to be digging into it and finding out what other information pertaining to Bigfoot we can get from there. So I thought that was pretty exciting. So we're going to check out here. We're going to pull up our warning. And I had been forgetting to do this. Yes, we know who runs this site, and we're very aware, but we're here for the information. We're here for the 411. And so we're going to go ahead and pull up the BFRO and share. And actually, recently, over on Can-Am Missing Project, Dave Paulides had another interview with what's his name, from the Montana Vortex. Someone in the chat might be able to. I'm downloading the file. But it was a good interview, and I didn't finish it, but a whole lot of talk about orbs and just a lot of high strangeness. So check that out. I did share that out in the posts as well. So here we are on BFRO, and we're going to have a look at these new reports, because recently added were 3 reports. So reports posted since May 1st, 2026. And we could start. Let's see. They're all Class Bs, it looks like. We'll start down, I guess, up here. July 2012, West Virginia, Randolph County, Class B, likely daylight sighting by couple hiking through Otter Creek Wilderness. Let's get this going. Report number 80146. Again, Class B, submitted by witness Mark Bailey on Thursday, May 7th, 2026. Year 2012 summer, July, West Virginia, Randolph County. Location details investigator Eminem notes, depending upon the location, a witness can often provide pretty accurate GPS coordinates for where a figure was observed. However, it is not unusual for a hiker who is not familiar with an area to not know exactly where he, she was along a trail in a dense forest. In that information, or if that information was not noted down at the time with the help of a GPS device, the hiker will only be able to make a best guess. It is difficult to assess how far off the actual mark the hiker might be unless the hiker can return to the location to figure it out. These coordinates provided below are therefore a rough approximation based on the witness's best guess. They do not pinpoint the exact spot, but the exact spot would not be terribly far from this point. And there's some GPS coordinates there. Nearest town is Elkins, Route 33, or Route 33. 33. Uh-oh. Let's see here. Observed, my wife was an attorney for the federal government at the time, so we thought it best to keep our encounter to ourselves until now. At the time, we co-owned an 88-acre, awesome, farm that bordered the Shavers Fork of the Cheat River. Across the river was the Monongahela National Forest. Wow. Give me 1 second, folks. We're going to our default. Give me 1 minute, folks. Actually, a few minutes. All right, we back. Let's activate this camera here. Thank you, camera. Now, where were we? Yes. All right. Yeah, let's head on back. Where were we? Woo! Saturday at the shop, folks. Yeah, I'm putting the pressure on me. Here we are. Back to the report. Where were we? Let's see. 88-acre farm. Right about here. Let's see. We were in the Monongahela National Forest. Yeah, so anyone, shout out to Monongahela. There was he had a YouTube channel. I don't know if he's still active, but Y'all know who I'm talking about if you're into Bigfoot. He does audio, a lot of great audio that he's gotten. And I believe it's from this national forest. That's why he named himself that. Uh, but what was it? Monongahela Monster? I forget. He might have changed his name now also, but some of the best vocalizations out there. I've actually heard, and I want to say that maybe they use his audio because it was like the exact same audio, but they, some other podcasts have used it, and if they did, it's all good as long as he gets his credit, right? But I thought it was interesting, and then there was some other, I think, possible like Bigfoot videos where those vocals were possibly used. I don't know. Maybe they were making the same vocalizations. It's possible. But Monongahela's vocals that he captured actually came to mind. So always been interested in, and I think I'd last seen him on some STM documentaries. So it was good to see him there. But yeah, maybe his work is private now, and hopefully he's still doing his works out there because he was getting amazing stuff years back. But here we go. We are both avid outdoors people and spent countless hours on trails all over the Northeast, but had never hiked Otter Creek in our own backyard. That said, I owned a trail map of the area back when it was managed by the Forest Service. Upon arrival at the trailhead, we discovered the trail or the area had been declared a wilderness area, and all of the tail signs had been removed. And I don't know if he meant trail. I don't see an R there. And I'm gonna zoom this. Let's see, can we zoom it? All right. We can't. So it says here, we confidently made our way into the woods after 3 hours of hiking. We came to a 4-way intersection of trails and become disoriented. We pressed on for another 2-3 hours, beginning to get a little worried as I had drastically thinned out most of the survival contents of my backpack, thinking it would be a short hike. All of a sudden, on our right side, we saw a huge black shadow silhouette on the ridge top, roughly 100 yards up a steep hill. We then saw a tree begin to shake back and forth violently. Then we heard what sounded like a monkey. I looked at my wife and I quietly said, "Is that a freaking monkey?" She was really scared and acknowledged by the shaking of her head. Yet, and I think it meant yes. This lasted for about 30 seconds, and we decided to get out of there. We double fast walked out of there, keeping our eye on the ridge the entire time. We finally made our way out of the woods in a place the locals call Panther Hollow. We were exhausted and came upon a farm on our right. We saw an older woman gardening outside and asked her if we could approach to talk. Here we go. Give me 1 second. 1 second, folks. We're going to hold our marker there. I'm going to go ahead and pull up Yosemite again. Keep an eye out. Don't go missing. Cool. Yeah, the homie just pulled up to say, "What's up, man? What's up, bro?" Right on. That's how it is. I thought he was going to guess. He's usually a customer as well, but he was just passing by to check in, make sure the dwarf's all right. And that's greatly appreciated. Hopefully we could find our spot. That's the hardest, when you're doing these reads like this, is to find your spot again. So I'll just start here. We finally made our way out of the woods in a place locals call Panther Hollow. We were exhausted and came upon a farm on our right. We saw an older woman gardening outside, and we asked her if we could approach to talk. We told her what happened, and she replied that she doesn't go in those woods anymore because of all of the weird things that happen. Mm. She said her son had some encounters several years ago and won't go in the woods without a firearm. We asked her where we were, and she advised that we were something like 17 miles from the trailhead where our car was. When she saw the look on our faces, she generously offered to drive us back to the trailhead. Whoa, what a blessing. Oh man, imagine she would have been like, "Nah, y'all need to make tracks back that way yourselves." Oof, that is so lucky. Also, the name Panther Hollow itself is rich legends about a black panther who could be seen laying on the rocks there. Wow, super interesting. And yeah, we've heard a lot about the black cats. I've seen two little black cats. Trinity County brought that up before. Are you tracking me, camera? Uh-oh. Come on. Why don't you tracking me? Thank you. So we're going to check out, let's see, is there a follow-up? Other witnesses? No. Other stories? Yes. The area from Elkins to Moorfield, West Virginia, and Elkins to Staunton, Virginia, and Elkins to Snowshoe, West Virginia, are rich with credible stories of Bigfoot. Yes, we've heard a whole lot from West Virginia and from others, hearing from other people. Time and conditions was 5 p.m., beautiful, sunny, warm day. And the environment there, the section of the trail we were on was a narrow valley. There was fairly steep wooded ridges on both sides of us. A creek ran alongside the trail to the left of us. Randolph County and the surrounding areas have some of the most beautiful but rugged terrain in the state. And here's some mappage. Darn it, that wasn't showing. Was it just me in a circle there for a while when I was reading? Jeez. Had to click it. I had to click this button, but there it is. I'll leave these up for a second. And again, you could, visit the site yourself if you're interested in these reports. We just like to geek out on maps. And you know what? There was one of those UFOs on the files that they released. It reminded me of this particular symbol. And I know I haven't gone in deep, but some of you out there, I've listened to some of you out there going deep on the symbol here. I know even John Levi uses it in his logo, 3-letter agencies, and more. So there's the maps there. All right, so we got one off. I think we have 2 more to go here, folks. Thank you for hanging in here with us. And hopefully you're enjoying the chat. What up, Mad Paximus? Good to see you, brother. Cheers to you. Just doing some reading, so hang tight. We'll get through this, I'm sure. Discovering Sasquatch cryptids. Good to see you. Whoop, whoop. Part of me is like, hurry up, dwarf, before someone else gets here. All right, so let's see here. This is report 80111, Class B, submitted by witness Jamie Klein on Friday, May 1st, 2026. And actually, on that interview with Politis and what did someone put his name in the chat? The gentleman from the Montana Vortex. You know, he used to be the part of the BFRO. So they bring that up and they talk about the reports and other BFRO. Check it out, folks. Check it out. Again, that's posted on my channel, as well as you could just go over to Can-Am and check it out, right? But yeah, anytime there's information, you know, I'd like to share stuff like that. And so this says loud Bigfoot whoops heard by homeowners not far from last year's sighting outside Toronto, Ohio. Let's check it out. Year 2026, spring, May 1st, Ohio, Jefferson County. Location details and investigator M&M again. The GPS is not provided because this was not a sighting with a specific point. The sounds were heard from south of a residence near the west side of Dyer Airport, grass landing strip. In parentheses there, the sounds were coming from the flanks of a steep wooded ravine that descends down to Wildcat Hollow. Interesting. The other report had what was it? A panther. Was it Panther Hollow? Now we got a Wildcat Hollow. Was it a hollow? The property is 1.7 miles northwest of the center of Toronto, Ohio. See maps below. Yes, we will. Nearest town, Toronto. Nearest road, Township Road 245. Observed, wife let our dogs out to pee and she heard a whoop from inside the house. She opened the door to see what the noise was and heard it again. Ran in the house. I seen her physically shaking and was worried about the dogs. We went outside together and heard a loud, or maybe a loud, they meant, whoop down the hollow. Time and conditions, 5:30 a.m., 45 degrees, very foggy. Follow-up investigation report by BFRO investigator James Thompson. And I usually don't read the follow-ups, so I'll go ahead and skip that. And it says notes by investigator M&M. Wildcat Hollow may be an important habitat area for Bigfoots due. I'm just making sure you're able to see this share screen on your end there. Due to the terrain, shape, and density of forest cover. By Ohio standards, it is a steep, deep gorge. This steep, deep, dark gorge would allow a large animal to escape the coldest winter winds and the most extreme summer heat in this part of the country. And then also there are reports from this part of Ohio in recent years. And excuse me, I think I got somebody here. Ha, or not. The closest geographically, and it says 1.883 miles to the north, is report 78751. And then the closest in chronologically 34 days prior is report 79982. Other reports are in neighboring Columbiana County. Columbiana. Almost like Colombiana. I wonder if it means the same. This one regards a sighting near Beaver Creek State Park and includes a map showing the location of the famous Ohio Howl recordings that M&M captured, right? Or was it? And I heard someone else recently saying that they were the ones that captured the original Ohio Howls. Maybe they meant that they captured the same audio. I don't know. I'm a little confused on that, but yeah, I was mentioning because it was brought to my attention that Eminem had captured the original Ohio howls. So who knows? And here's the mappage of Jefferson County, right there on the east side of Ohio. Which here's Portage up here where that flap happened. Portage, what was it? Trumbull or yeah, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, Trumbull, were some of the counties mentioned during the recent Ohio flap. Whoops. And again, some more maps and in dates with the other reports, nearby reports there. A cluster of credible Bigfoot reports in Jefferson County, Ohio. Look up these reports by state and county at bfro.net. There's the wildcat down here. And I'll just let these chill for a second there in case anyone wants to check that out. That's the investigator, I believe. So let's go to report number 3. Thank goodness we're getting through here. Hillbilly Herb, light it up, bro. Light it up. Spider Bite, what's going on, man? I've been seeing you around lately. So we're going to shield you up, man. Feel free to share any links, any information. And don't forget, people, that you could also share on my post section, my community section, whatever it's called on your end of things. You can share pictures, share links to other videos, YouTube videos. Maybe you just joined another platform and want to share with other people. You could share that on my channel. Feel free. Don't be shy. Yeah. Unless it's something really crazy, then we'll have to, do something about it. But let's see, is this the number 3 report? Are we at number 3? Yes. So March 2026, Ohio. So here we go. Jefferson County again. And I don't know if I read them in order. Hopefully I did. Report 79982, Class B, submitted by witness Dakota Monroe on Tuesday, March 31st, 2026. Possible daylight sighting of a Sasquatch near power lines. Hello. Gotta whip out sorry, Mike. Large red pencil. Power lines. Gotta jot that down. That comes up. Put a X or a star on power lines in your notes there. How many times have we heard that come up? Is it a thing? Are they powering up? Are they and you know what? Give me 1 second, folks. I actually bring my recycling for a friend of mine. It's an elderly lady, and she's here. Let's see. Yeah. If you give me 1 minute, we could bless her with it. I know you all have a little bit of patience left. I'll be right back. All right. That's our little good deed for the day, right? We could do more. We do more. But yeah, we like to take care of our older folks, our elders around here. And yeah, she walks around here picking up recycling. And so we here at the shop, we gather, especially after like events last night, and we save it for her. And I bring my stuff from my recycling from home as well and bless her up with it. And all right. Yeah. cool. All right, let's get ready for this one. Year 2026, spring, March, date the 28th. State, Ohio, Jefferson County. And there are your coordinates. Nearest town, Hammondsville, Ohio. Nearest road, Route 213/Route 7. Observed Saturday, March 28th, 26. I dropped my buddy off at the farmhouse down the road from the property we hunt in Toronto, Ohio. It was around 8:30 a.m. He was picking up a tractor. I dropped him off and continued up the road 600 yards to the property. I pulled up the driveway to the hangar, we call it, /barn. I looked out the field about 350/400 yards, right about where the field rolls off the backside. I seen something black standing there. Now, once I spotted it, it started moving. Right away, I knew it wasn't a deer or a turkey or a coyote. It was way too big. It took a couple of steps. Now, while I could not see its legs, I knew it was moving across the field. It went about 15 yards and stopped for a few seconds, which at the time I looked down for my binos, which I did not have. And when I looked back up, it continued on and was gone in about 5 seconds. Now it moved like a person, but was taller and black. Yep, I know what you mean. And it wasn't the shape of a bear on 4 legs. It was long and upright. Then encounter in total was about 15 seconds. I've been in the woods hunting since I was 12. I've seen deer, bear, elk, coyotes, dogs, just about everything the woods around here have. And I can for certain say this was none of that. So, other witnesses, none, just me. And time and conditions, 8:30 a.m., kind of sunny but cold, around 35 degrees. Yeah, that is cold. Environment, the animal was observed crossing the field coming from a power line that runs through a ravine. Deer use this a lot for bedding, and it gets very thick. Maybe it was after some deer there. So here's the follow-up, quite a bit of a follow-up on this one there. And here's some mappage again. And I believe the previous maps from the previous report also did point out this particular report. So interesting. There's another Ohio flap going on. Discovering Sasquatch. Denise, right? Says power line routes are easier to navigate for wildlife and the foots. Yeah, that's one. That's kind of like a given, even for people. But we also wonder if something weirder could be going on, like them. I don't know, using the power lines to manifest themselves, or to wink out of reality, or are they charging up there somehow? You know, there's some other interesting thoughts that have also been kicked around, and who knows? I could have, the way the world's going, I would be surprised, but then not too surprised either. Anything is possible, right? So cool. Couple new reports there, few new reports, and then we'll go over to the mapping project again just to see. We're going to refresh it, see if anything happens to pop back in there. Nope, All right. So we're good there on that front. And yeah, it was a bit of a, let's see, a bit of a a failure on that news report. Sorry about that, folks. It's all good. I'm sorry to, and I know I've heard of that guy's name before. Let's give it a shot again here, because maybe he might be talking about these recent reports. So give me a minute. I'm gonna try and pull up this news report again. Let's see, can I make it go back? Yes, I got it. All right, so this one's 3 minutes. Let's check it out, because it's bringing up Ohio again. And so I didn't know what was going on with these Ohio reports. It's sounding like another, some more activity happening in Ohio again. Is it the same Bigfoots? What is happening, Ohio? And not to mention all the other stuff. I mean, Huntsville. I was watching some stuff last night, even earlier today, on Huntsville and the all the stuff going on there. We talked about it a bit. The scientists and even if they're not official scientists, people tied to some of these projects or even these arenas. All the information coming out of Huntsville is pretty. It's got my attention. And so let's check this out again. This is Fox News Channel.
That's the question many are asking in Ohio. Take
And let me turn the volume up.
a look as locals report hearing eerie howls in the middle of the night while spotting an.
Hold on. Is this even playing for y'all? Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. Do I got it pulled up? I got to go over here. Boop, boop, boop. Here we go.
Enormous footprints. Todd Neese says he has seen Bigfoot, has been researching the creature for more than 30 years. Joins me now. Todd, I'm not going to lie, I'm a huge skeptic here, so convince me. Why do you think Ohio specifically and all the other states where we have Bigfoots have a Bigfoot?
Well, good morning, Todd. Ohio is actually, believe it or not, ranked number 4 of all the states in the United States that have sightings. So it isn't really all that unusual. There seems to be a little pocket of them in them there woods, if you will.
Okay. You yourself were originally a skeptic. What did you see, Todd, that changed your mind?
Well, that's true. And I was not interested in the subject whatsoever. And growing up in the Pacific Northwest, like I did, it was part of the vernacular. But to me, it was an urban legend, if you will. But all that changed for me in 1993 while conducting a military exercise in the Oregon Coast Range. I and 3 other soldiers were exposed to 3 of these creatures, observing our exercises, and those 25 seconds changed the entire course of my life. So
what do these Bigfoots look like up close? What do they look like up close?
Well, not really all that human. What I had observed was that they were their silhouette, if you will, was completely disproportionate in terms of the arm length and even the length of the legs as it pertains to a human torso.
Patty.
Obviously very large. The ones I saw range between 7 to 9 feet in height. They do tend to have a more human-like face, but obviously just hair covered, very large, very athletic.
Understood. Last question quickly. In today's society, we literally have cameras everywhere. Todd, why have we not been able to get a clearer picture of Bigfoot? About 15 seconds to you.
Well, number one, it comes down to odds. They're just a very rare species, and so if you look at dispersing 1,000, a million cameras out in the wild, it's just the odds of getting one to fall just right through that particular picture zone is very, very difficult.
It is a talker, Todd. Todd Neese, American Primate Conservancy founder. Thank you. We'll be talking about it all day.
All right.
All right. There it is, Todd Neese. And I've heard of him before. I haven't gone in too deep on Todd. But yeah, interesting. While in the service, it sounded like he had some of those sightings, and in Oregon too. I'm fascinated by that. Something about Oregon. Oh, wow. All right. So really quick before we wrap this one up, we were talking about unboxings, and man, we're blessed with some gifts here as well. And we want to thank you all for that. And from the members to the super chats we get, and we don't get many, but we've been blessed with a few. We got blessed with one earlier, and hopefully I didn't miss any others. But all that helps. And then on yesterday's members live, I was mentioning, YouTube makes it really difficult. At least they've been making, I know for others they've had to, I've heard from others. But yeah, even for me to get that little bit of help that you guys provide, and it's big help. Any help, it's big. But maybe for you, it feels like a little something, and it goes a long way. And especially for all this stuff we do, it takes some bread to make all this happen, and so some help always is appreciated. And we never like push it, right? We're never like, oh yeah, send us all your money. Nah, everyone do how you do, and do whatever you need to do, and do it how you do it, and we do the same. So everything, again, greatly appreciated. There's been stuff that we've mentioned that people have brought by. A lot of the stuff behind me, people have donated, and things have been brought into the shop, and some things specifically for myself, some things for the shop, or maybe my brother or something. Or maybe someone will donate stuff, and there's other people out there that will hand it out to that can use it. Things like that do happen here. And so recently, I've been complaining about my phone being full of data, and it always happens right about when it's time to go hit the field. And I had, what was it, about a year or so ago, I had purchased a camera from a friend. Actually, he came by earlier, and he sold me his camera, and it was a Canon 2000, I think it's a 2000D or something like that. And I used to have a really nice Canon before, didn't know how to use it, and eventually lost that. I won't get into it. Lost a bunch of gear. Won't get into that. And I've been building my gear back up, and so a camera I've been wanting, and really itching for a camera. And I finally I pulled some triggers, and so yeah, it came through yesterday. So it is refurbished. It's all good, right? Used. Hey, we'll put it to use. So this is the Canon XA60. And so anyone out there know how to use this really good? I did watch a boot camp video of it yesterday. And so, I really want to learn how to, use this camera. So doing what I got to do, y'all. I'm in boot camp right now. Canon XA60 boot camp. And hey, it's what we could afford at the moment. And I'm on the hook now because there's several things. There's several other things. So I'm excited about the new camera. Yes. So that means hopefully better quality and longer format videos, folks. Fingers crossed. We need to get out in the field first. And we went ahead. I was talking with Tristan Yolton out of Washington State. Again, if you missed that show, check it out. It was a good one. Really good one. I was excited and happy about it, man. He shared a lot of stuff of audio, pictures, video, and we were talking about gear, right? And so I pulled it on this one too, folks. Yep. This is the DJI. It's a drone, and it's what do they call it? The Mini, I believe it's called DJI Mini 4K. There we go. And it's the most affordable drone from DJI. And yeah, I was like, man, let's do it. Because I was mentioning my other little squirrel. I got 2 other little squirrely drones, and it was just time. It was time, and so I'm on the hook now. My brother has me. I'm gonna have to do some overtime, and anyone need their lawn mowed, let me know. And so yeah, that's exciting as well. Yeah, we love new gear. And so the camera came with a bag and little accessories, a bunch of like extra lenses. Yeah, I got some extra lenses and stuff, and a bunch of little extra little things. And actually, I was supposed to get a delivery yesterday. I stayed overtime and never got that delivery, Amazon. And so I don't know. Hopefully today we get. There's a couple small items. SD card. Yeah, I went ahead and got what is it? It's a terabyte SD card. Yeah, because we're always complaining about space and data, and the SD cards are a pain. So yeah, just gearing up. I think something's happening here. We might be hitting the field soon here. I'm excited. Yeah, still no word. I mean, yeah, I guess there has been word. There's been a lot of talks, but still no exact date or exact plan for me. But we need to get out this year, I've been holding down this shop for quite a bit, and I've been itching to get out. And yeah, we have the mountains here locally. And, I'm just saying, because gas is going to be, you already know. So I'm saving every little bit I can at the moment, yet gearing up. I also have a power pack that I recently got, and it needs some solar panels. So I'm hopefully going to be ordering those here soon as well, because that's another thing, to be able to power up your gear when you're out in the field. Yeah, luckily some of my friends have some really nice power station setups, and I've been able to use theirs. Usually I just use, I have several power packs. I got one here, and that's just been the way I've been doing it. There's one that I have that flips out and has little solar panels, so I'm able to charge some little small devices. Mom's blessed me with this, and she's like, "Hey, you need something like this?" She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, cool." Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, I need something like that." So this one's a good one. Holds a lot of juice, but yeah, to be able to power up stuff like this, your devices, gadgets. It's funny. Usually during the day, especially for your night ops stuff, you're out running your stuff all night or whatever, and then I spend most of the day while the sun's out, following the sun, moving my devices or your solar panels or whatever it may be, or my buddy's solar panels. Sometimes I'll move their stuff. So they're, I'm like, dude, the sun's over there and the devices are over there in the shade. So you got to move it. But yeah, it's kind of like this, the sun dance to charge devices. And so, yeah, with that power station, I'll be able to really power stuff up. as we're getting sirens going by here. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, an upgrade with my truck as well. My truck needed some shocks. I've been talking about that for years. Sharon, cheers to you. Good to see you. And Juliana says, here, let me jump in the chat over here. I hadn't been pulling up anyone's comments. Jeez, got caught up here. Where's the chat? There you are. What's up, Jeff? Brother Jeff in the house as well. Kids got a solar pack. They work great. Yeah. And so, yeah, it was always like little ways that I would be able to charge my devices and get away. But, you know, I want to be able to charge and have no problem and have extra juice to in case whatever someone else needs to charge something. So, yes, we have made an upgrade with that. Maybe I'll show the power station once I get the solar panels. But anyway, few new gadgets there. And I'm probably missing something else. Yeah, it's probably the stuff they haven't delivered yet. Yeah. That sucks. We should get a discount or something when they say they're going to deliver something on a certain date and they don't do it. Anyway, so we're going to wrap this baby up. I think we got our reports in, our Bigfoot news for the weekend. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and continue holding down the fort here. And again, we are located 3925 East Olympic Boulevard, folks. Come tap in. Say what's up to your boy, Dwarf. Come drop me off some flowers. Yes. The nice ones. And again, live on Pilled. Hopefully some folks are watching this over on Pilled. And if you're on Pilled, let me know. I'll give you a follow. Anyone want to send in any reports? You got some Bigfoot encounters you'd like to share? Send me an email. Blast me an email. And again, I want to wish you all a great rest of your weekend, folks. Be Mora, we see you. And yeah, let's do this. We haven't done this in a minute. Juliana McGill to the office, please. Juliana McGill to the office. Uh-oh. Bring some lunch, Juliana. And yes, Juliana, I will be stopping. We're going to really set this plan up. And we're going to see each other. And I know you got some goodies for me. And maybe I'll bring you some goodies from down here as well. Yeah, there's some cool stuff I could come through with from East LA, I think. And yeah, I hope to see some of you later in the year as well. All right, folks, we're going to wrap this baby up. Thank you for hanging out. Bucky, what's going on? Saint Monaco. Free mustache. What is he saying? Free mustache. Oh, Lord. Whew. Shouldn't have read that too loud. I've been called in many times, Bimora. Juliana, are you in trouble? No, Juliana is not in trouble. Juliana has special perks. But yeah, let's see. Check out Politis Vor. Yes, check out that interview. We were talking about that, Juliana. You know, they talked about orbs. They mentioned the BFRO, which we read several reports from. Yep, exactly, Jeff. Tamales. That's what I was thinking. And actually, I'm not a big fan of tamales. But Juliana, if you like tamales, let me know. Actually, we got the famous, world famous. They're probably world famous. But yeah, this tamale spot right around the corner from us is well known for Christmas. We've done a live stream where the news comes out, the lines are like wrapping around the corners. It's insanity for some tamales. So that's right here next to the shop here. What's it called? Is it La India? Or I don't know. I shouldn't guess. Digger Dog. All right, brother. Glad you were here. Burritos, says Gustavo. Come on. Roll it with me. And Digger Dog says BFRO hides the unexplained in their reports. Yeah, let us have the high strangeness, BFRO. No, they did. We did read some reports where they talked about a shiny object. Sounded like an orb to me. Hablo hot, spicy, anything. Okay, all spicy stuff aside. Good to know, Juliana. I'm all spice. Give me the hottest stuff you got. Yep, I'll pay for it later. Ring of fire, bring it on. I don't care. All right, y'all. So, yeah, thank you for hanging out, y'all. We're going to hit our outro. Where you at, outro? This was fun. Boom. One love, y'all.